Here's what's happening across Europe right now, and if you think this is just about social media age limits, you're missing the bigger picture. Ursula von der Leyen, head of the European Commission, has just announced full support for age restrictions on social media platforms. But this isn't just about protecting kids, this is about control. If you're new here, I'm Andrew Meet Rich. I used to work inside a state-run media outlet, saw how stories were twisted to fit the narrative, and I walked away. Now I'm independent, I speak freely, and I tell you what really matters. Von der Leyen is tasking a group of experts to prepare recommendations for social media age restrictions. She's comparing social media rules to tobacco and alcohol regulations, saying society previously taught children they couldn't have harmful habits or view certain content before a certain age. Now she believes it's time to do the same for social networks. She's pointing to Australia as the model to follow. Their parliament is about to pass legislation banning anyone under 16 from using platforms like X, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and others. And here's the kicker. After Australia implements this, the European Union will follow suit. That means everyone, without exception, will be under surveillance. What von der Leyen didn't mention, but it's crystal clear, is that anonymous accounts or fake names will become impossible. To use any social platform, you'll need to provide complete personal data for 100% age verification. They're selling this as protecting young people, but everyone will be strictly monitored. Writing a comment, making a post, doing anything online while remaining completely anonymous will no longer be possible. It's just a matter of time. Hit that like button if you see where this is headed, and subscribe because we're just getting started. Meanwhile, European Parliament members are pushing multiple votes of no confidence against von der Leyen. She's facing criticism from different political flanks, and experts explain that left and right-wing parties will probably need to unite their efforts to have any chance of success. Two separate no-confidence votes against the European Commission head won't be successful on their own. Jordan Bardella, leader of Patriots for Europe, hasn't ruled out extending help to the left on this issue, but the left isn't supporting the Patriots' proposals yet. They need time to think, even though they criticize von der Leyen's policies just as much as the right does. So we're watching closely. The intrigue here is massive. At the same time, Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz announced his country needs stronger intelligence services. They need to counter hybrid attacks from increasingly aggressive competitors. As Merz specifically emphasized, since World War II, Germany has rarely faced such a serious security situation as what's happening now. Germany is daily repelling hybrid attacks on infrastructure, acts of sabotage, espionage, and disinformation campaigns. To counter all of this, according to Merz, Germany must develop strong civilian, military, and technical foreign intelligence. The old forgotten words German spy will soon return. It's no secret that Chancellor Merz wants Germany to be completely independent in literally all directions. He stated this repeatedly. Germany is also ramping up military rhetoric again. German Army Commander Alfons Mais believes ground forces should be increased by 100,000 troops so the Bundeswehr can meet NATO deterrence goals. According to the German Army commander, forces should be sufficiently war-ready by 2029 and provide the capabilities Germany promised NATO. Again, 2029, that date hasn't changed yet. Initial estimates suggest Germany will need about 460,000 military personnel total, with about 260,000 regular service members and about 200,000 reservists. These are the grandiose plans announced today. Poland is already strengthening border security. About 40,000 Polish soldiers have been urgently deployed to borders with Belarus and Russia. The increased military presence from Poland was expected, especially given upcoming joint exercises between Russian and Belarusian forces starting this Friday, partially taking place right at the Polish border. Polish border services have also recorded increased arrivals of young men from Ukraine, aged 18 to 22, who were recently allowed to leave the country. Now here's something that'll blow your mind. Albania has become the first country in the world with a government minister created using artificial intelligence technology. You heard that right. Prime Minister Edi Rama announced government reshuffles and introduced an AI-created minister named Diela. Minister Diela, meaning sunlight in Albanian, is the first government member who isn't physically present but exists virtually. Created by artificial intelligence. Everything is changing, and we can safely assume this is just the beginning. But Edi Rama, despite all changes, will definitely remain in power. He's irreplaceable, apparently. Drop a comment and tell me what you think about AI ministers running governments. Are we heading toward a future where algorithms make policy decisions? Britain has recalled its ambassador to the US, Peter Mandelson, due to connections with Epstein. You heard correctly. What a turn of events. More and more names keep surfacing. Peter Mandelson was removed from his position after materials were published confirming his close relationships with the criminal. The trigger was a scandal around a handwritten note where the diplomat called the criminal his best friend. Worth noting that just yesterday, the government head was loudly and openly declaring complete trust in Mandelson while speaking in Parliament. However, today, the ambassador was already fired. So beyond American elites, British ones are implicated too, as it turns out. But in time, the world will know them all. What kind of decency among particularly important persons can we even talk about? Many people believe in them and trust them. Mandelson even convinced Britain's government head, and that's exactly what's frightening. In Italy, specifically Rome, the mayor Roberto has decided to follow Paris mayor's example and make the Tiber River suitable for swimming. He called the task absolutely achievable. According to him, Rome has already created a working group that will handle preparation in the first stage. Most importantly, cost for the river cleanup project in Rome will be lower than what Paris spent cleaning the Seine River. The mayor believes the Tiber is less polluted, and €1.5 billion will be enough to make it suitable for swimming. Why not? There's a river. There's an opportunity to make money. Paris succeeded. Why shouldn't Rome? Rome doesn't hide that they were inspired by Paris's example. They just don't specify whether the inspiration came from spending plans or from declaring the river suitable for swimming. Today, swimming in the Tiber is prohibited under threat of heavy fines. Here's an interesting development from Italy that many will find hard to believe, but these are our modern realities. In beautiful, wonderful Venice, pickpockets have sued members of the local civilian guard. They cite so-called stalking as the reason. Activists film criminals and warn tourists, also reporting violations to police, though the latter aren't happy about it either. Volunteers patrol the city shouting, "Watch out, pickpockets," document violations, and sometimes even detain suspects. But apparently, such actions are unacceptable. The issue is that after recent criminal law reform in Italy, simply detaining a pickpocket isn't always possible anymore. You can only pursue a thief based on victim complaints. Pickpockets are exploiting this legal loophole by filing complaints against activists. Though activists are exactly those reporting crimes, they've now become the guilty parties. It's a paradox, but that's how things work nowadays. Pocket thieves in Venice have already sued the civilian guard. Obviously, police don't have time to go around catching pickpockets. This once again confirms the old ancient saying that initiative is punishable. These are today's informational developments that speak volumes. Write your opinion about what you think regarding everything happening. Before you go, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you believe in independent journalism that tells you what really matters, consider becoming a channel sponsor. Your support keeps this operation running and helps me continue bringing you the truth they don't want you to hear. There's always more happening beneath the surface, and I'll be here tomorrow to break it all down for you.